I started playing drums when I was about 8, and just never stopped. I never really stopped. By the time I was 13, I was playing in a band with 18-year-olds, and they were wild. I had these two guys. It was Big Joe Flash and Willie Wawa. I was only 13 back there playing drums. My mom would have to drop me off to the gigs with my drum set, but it was an experience. When I moved to Los Angeles in 1980, I got a job. At my day job, I was working in a music shop, and I started out as the drum repair guy there. And I was still playing with different bands at that point. After I realized that I wasn't of a caliber of a musician to compete with the session drummers that were in LA, I decided that instead of trying to compete with them, I would try to help them do their job more efficiently. When I first started, now that I look back on it, I tended to tune the drums a certain way because that's what I thought it should be. By doing it for more and more people, I realized that each guy really wanted something a little different. It took me maybe 3-4 years to understand what the drummer was looking for and then tune the drums to their song or their project. So a big part of it is understanding what the gear does, what the sounds that come out of the different drums and how you tune them. The important thing for me is to nail what they're looking for and to understand what they're looking for, maybe even more than what they do.
Drum Doctor.
Because I've been doing it for a while, I'll get someone will call me up and say, hey, I love the drums on Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Chili Peppers. Or I really like what you did for Metallica on the Black Album. You know so I get references back to stuff that I've done, and that makes it real easy because I still have all those drums. So if those are in, if someone asks for something like the Black Album drums, I said, I have the Black Album drums. I mean, I'm looking at them. They're sitting on my shelf here. If you want to use those exact drums, I'll bring them over. When I first started running the idea by my friends and my family, they were all like, why would anybody rent your drums? Don't drummers have their own drums? The bottom line is you can't get a John Bonham drum sound from a Ringo drum set. You really need the right set for the song or the project. All the sets that I send out have been highly modified, so there's no problems. You don't have any weird rings or rattles in the set, and you don't have a problem tuning them because the edges have been done properly. So there's a lot of advantages to it. So, not to mention it makes it so much easier on the drummer. In 1980, I started collecting hardcore. I started buying mostly Gretsch, vintage Ludwig, Slingerland Radio Kings, and that was where I kind of started with the collection. And every month I would buy a set or two, and that's how you wind up with 441 sets of drums. Some of the bigger records, the Nirvana Nevermind, I worked on that. It was really kind of a game changer when that record came out. It really kind of changed up the way people thought about music. The Metallica Black Album was a high point. That was a long process. I think it was like 13 months that they used my drums on that record. I worked on the Wilburys records with Jim Keltner playing drums, with George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, Jeff Lynne. I worked with Michael Jackson quite a bit, Alanis Morissette, Ray Charles, Adam Levine, Barbra Streisand, Slipknot, Stevie Wonder. What else? I could just go on. Success means to basically be in demand and also to be able to have the freedom to do what you want to do. And it gives me happiness to do what I'm doing. So when it starts being a drag, I'll stop doing it and it'll be fine. But I still enjoy doing it. I still really enjoy doing it. So when somebody calls me up and says, hey, we got something going tomorrow morning and this is the kind of sound we're looking for, I'm excited. It's like, let me build a cool set for that, you know? So it's still there.
I got to bet that your old man became fascinated with his own plan.